Call Haloim Yahweh, Bahasham, Hamashiach Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, Barakatham. Shalom, this is your fellow servant Tazawar from the GMS Orlando camp, here with another lesson. First, I want to start off by giving all glory, honor, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and from whom we learn this truth. Shalom to you Akim who are not in GMS but are pushing likewise doctrine in spirit and in truth with all sincerity. To you few sisters that are listening and learning, as well as you speckled birds who are scattered among the nations, looking like those nations. To the 144,000 elect men and the rest of the hopeful elect, to you I say, Shalom. This lesson is Lord willing will be concise, but it's prompted by a topic that we constantly talk about, go in and out, especially here at GMS. You always hear us speak on the remnant, right? The remnant of Israel. The remnant. And yes, there are times where we've stated, it's the Lord's will that all Israel may be saved. And that's true. But the whole of Israel will come back through the loins, all right? Through the loins of the remnant, or the 1/3. Okay? Concerning the number, the 1/3 of our nation, a lot of people want to know where we got that number from, all right? Or when we speak on 2/3, that the 2/3 will be cut off and die. That's scriptural, right? As pursuant to Zechariah the 13th chapter, which we'll grab here shortly. But the remnant itself is only consisting of Israelites. All right. Now that is in stark contrast to what Christians speak on, or what they are taught and what they believe. We have this guy Haman Malone. He's in constant opposition with us about this thing in particular. Okay. As well as his followers. Okay. And also the likes of, your Dr. Browns and all of those people of like mind. Right. It's all to shut out you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? To make it seem like our Lord, our power, Yahweh, all right, has is flaky or wishy-washy or changed his mind, right? When he made that promise to Abraham. Okay? And these things are simply incorrect, not true, they're lies. And stating that this has changed would ultimately mean, one would surmise, that you're saying that the Lord is a liar. And that is off. That's folly. Okay? Now, I'm not going to ramble too much. I'm going to get into it because this topic, there's a lot of commentary I could give on, the Christian standpoint, and people like Haman and, your Michael Brown and all of those individuals, your theological seminaries, right? And what those of this 501c3 charter push. Okay, even down to the GOCC. All right. But the remnant is indeed only Israelites, and this is how we know that the Gentiles spoken of in the New Testament are Israelites. Okay, so I just have a few scriptures I'm going to grab. I want to again try to keep this concise and to the point. So let's go ahead and grab the book of Ezra, right, the 9th chapter. All right, you know what? Let me grab, and I pulled this out first in another lesson. Let's go ahead and grab Zechariah 13 first, and then we're going to hit Ezra. This is Zechariah 13 and 7. All right, and it reads, it says, "Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow. Okay, saith the Lord of hosts." So who is the shepherd and the fellows of the Lord? Well, the scriptures tell us what? You only have I known of all the nations of the earth. Right? Yahweh says that unto the Israelites. Okay? You only have I known of all the nations of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for your iniquities. Roughly paraphrased. Okay? So this is how we know. And when we speak on judgment starting at the house of Israel, this is how we know it. This verse right here speaks to that. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. And I will turn my hand upon the little ones. Right? And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. But the 3rd part shall be left therein. And this is where we get our understanding on, you know what? Let's read verse 8 in the NLT. All right. This is Zechariah 13 and 8 in the NLT. It says, 2/3 of the people in the land will be cut off and die, says the Lord. But 1/3 will be left in the land. Right? Now we know ultimately this is speaking on the southern kingdom at this time. This prophecy was going forth, but this applies to a future prophecy as well. Okay? How do we know that? Well, verse 9. Still in the NLT on the right side of the page, it says, I will bring that group, which is the 1/3, through the fire and make them pure. I will refine them like silver and purify them like gold. They will call on my name and I will answer them. I will say, these are my people, and they will say, the Lord Yahweh is our God. Right? And that process is happening right now. Okay? So we've been sent through the finer, okay? The furnace, the refiner. Okay? Now, it says of my people. All right? Or my fellows. So again, that's speaking to Israel. Now, let's go back and grab this Ezra 9 and 8. Let's start at 7. This is Ezra chapter 9, verse 7. It says, Since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day, and even so today. And for our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered into the hand of the kings of the land, to the sword, to captivity, and to a spoil, and the confusion of face, as it is this day. All right, the confusion of face going into our people losing the natural look that's associated with our nation. All right, like when you think of so-called East Indians, they have a particular look, right? Brown skin, straight hair, right? The eyes, even though they're part of Asia, the eyes are not, they don't have the double fold, lids like the typical Chinese or Japanese person, right? They're not stocky or, overly large people, such as the Samoans, right? But they come in various shades of brown with dark, straight hair, and some various features. Typically, they're not known for like full lips and things like that, or broad set noses, although those things may exist in a select few. That's not their typical character trait as far as phenotype, right? Anyway, that's what's going into the confusion of face. This is the point, verse 8. And now for a little space, grace hath been showed from the Lord Yahweh, our God, to leave us a remnant to escape and to give us a nail in his holy place, that our God may lighten our eyes and give us a little reviving in our bondage. Right? For we were bondmen, yet our God hath not forsaken us in our bondage, but hath extended mercy unto us in the sight of the kings of Persia, to give us a reviving, to set up the house of our God, and to repair the desolations thereof, and to give us a wall in Judah and in Jerusalem. So a wall in both northern and southern kingdom, right? Or southern and northern kingdom here. All right. But guess what? Elder Yasha, this is I don't know if he coined it, right? But basically, Elder Yashawamba always says that which was is now, right? Or that which was then is now. And so we see this same thing, that the grace has been extended unto us even in this captivity, right? And we know what groups of people were held in bondage here under the Americas, right? We know that. All you have to do is go back into world history, to secular history. You so-called Negroes, so-called Native American Indians, right? And you so-called Latin tribes, you Tainos and Boricuas, right? Taino Indians, which are still basically native, would be classified as a type of Native American. Okay? But right here in verse 8, it says, And now for a little space, grace hath been showed from the Lord our God, to leave us a remnant to escape, all right, and to give us a nail in his holy place, that our God may lighten our eyes and give us a little reviving in our bondage. And again, that's the same thing we're experiencing here. This is how we know that we are a part of that remnant. All right, Lord willing, Yahweh Ratazah. All right, but this is what we believe. This is our faith. Okay. Now, Isaiah 10, to the book of Isaiah. It's a couple I want to grab out of Isaiah. Isaiah 10 and you know what? Let's hit Isaiah 46 first. Then we're going to go back to 10. All right, keep that escaped in your mind. Let's see. This is Isaiah 46 and 3. It says what? Hearken, listen, right? Unto me, O house of Jacob. Who is that? Those would be the Israelites. And all the remnant of the house of Israel. Okay? Which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb. All right? And even to your old age, I am he. And even to hoary hairs will I carry you. I have made, and I will bear, even I will carry, and will deliver you. So who's the delivery to? Who's the deliverance to? It's to the house of Jacob and the remnant of the house of Israel. Okay, now let's go back. Isaiah 10 and 20, right? And you see the heading right there at the top. It says a remnant will return. This is speaking of, it's very clear that this is speaking of Israel. Actually, let's just read. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob. That house goes into family line. All right. That bloodline, that paternal lineage. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. In truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power, right? Unto the mighty God. Who's that? Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Hamashiach. Point blank, period. It's the remnant of Israel. Okay. Let's grab, and since that was speaking on deliverance, all right, let's hit, you know what? Let me hit Matthew 15:24. We know this one. Words in red, but he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's words in red. Words in red. That's Yahweh Shai, man. Hamashiach, all right? That's to the point. You can go up and read the story yourself. Okay? And listen. He ended up helping this lady, right? But just because he had mercy on a particular individual does not nullify his statement here in the 24th verse. All right? It does not nullify the statement. So you Christians can cut the shit with that one. All right, this is Acts chapter 3 and 25. It says, ye are the children of the prophets. Well, who are the prophets? Israelites. And of the covenant which God made with our fathers. Who did God make a covenant with in antiquity? In the ancient times? The Israelites. Even Christians will admit that. Ye are the children of the prophets and of the covenant which God made with our fathers, saying unto Abraham, and in thy seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed. And whose seed? Abraham. You know what? You can get this in Romans the 9th chapter as well. I'm not going to get it, but go read Romans chapter 9. Unto you first, Yahweh having raised up his son, Hamashiach, well, raised up his son, Yahushai, sent him to bless you, right? And turning away everyone of you from his iniquities. Okay? Unto us. You see that? So when you go back and you read Matthew chapter 15 and the 24th verse, it makes perfect sense. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right, we're going to get one more. Second Ezra 9 and 20. I was going to get 20 to 22, but, let's just read it. This is Second Ezra 9 and 20, although I believe I made the point already. It says, so I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people. All right. And that great people is who? That's the Israelites. Okay. Let the multitude perish. Then, verse 22, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. All right. So it says one grape of a cluster of a plant, of a people. That's not all people. Okay? Pretty plain. There's another verse that says, though Israel be as the sand of the sea, right? Let me see if I can find that real quick. Right here, Isaiah 10:22. Well, I just could have kept reading on that, because we were just in Isaiah 10. For though my people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. All right, the consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. All right, that's pretty plain. So, anyway, I hope this lesson finds you well. I pray that it was edifying. Until next time, Shalom. Wa Abba Babal.